My fellow Americans, as we approach the final days of the year, it is truly incredible to think of how much we have accomplished on our journey together. Since the election, we have created more than 2 million jobs for hardworking, wonderful families and wonderful Americans. Unemployment is at a 17-year low. The stock market is at an all-time high and continues to go up, up, up. We want to keep it going. We've liberated the American economy from the Washington overreach, cutting 22 regulations for every one new regulation, the most in the history of our country by far. And just last week, we delivered a big, beautiful Christmas present to the American people. Congress passed massive tax cuts for millions of working American families and small businesses and large businesses. And those large businesses in particular, coupled with others, are going to create jobs, jobs, jobs. Our tax plan is focused on the middle class, including a near doubling of the standard deduction and a huge increase in the child tax credit. A typical family of four earning $75,000 will see their tax bill cut in half, 1/2 of what you are paying. And Americans will begin seeing these tax cuts in their paychecks starting in February. In addition, our border is now strong. We'll be building the wall. Your Second Amendment is safe. We're unlocking America's vast energy resources. We've restored enforcement of immigration laws, taken the fight right to MS-13 and getting them out of the country. And we are now working with Congress to end chain migration and the visa lottery program, which is terrible and brings in people that we don't want in our country. I'm very proud of the choice of Justice Neil Gorsuch on the Supreme Court, and we are reshaping the entire judiciary for many decades to come. Congress has authorized funding for our military at near record levels so that we can rebuild our full military might after years of dangerous cuts and depletion of our military. We've made historic strides in the fight against the murderous terror group known as ISIS. Today, the coalition to defeat ISIS has recaptured nearly 100% of the territory once held by these vile terrorists in Iraq and Syria. We are rebuilding our nation, rebuilding our confidence, and rebuilding our standing in the world. Today, the entire world can see that America is coming back and coming back strong. The American people are excited about the future and the incredible possibilities that await all of us. Optimism is everywhere. Enthusiasm is booming, and the thrilling American adventure has never looked brighter. We are facing old challenges with new solutions, and we are seizing new opportunities with brimming confidence and boundless resolve. Because of you, your patriotism, your devotion, your love for your family, we will be able to pass on the blessings of American liberty and prosperity to our children and our grandchildren. Together, we are protecting our magnificent heritage and reaching for glorious destiny. Finally, Melania and I want to wish every American a very happy New Year. Our country is great. Our country is strong. We're doing things that nobody thought possible. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to help. God bless you, and God bless America. Our military needs. We must not play politics with our troops. We should pass a clean funding bill and leave the politics aside. We must protect our nation. I'd also like to take a moment today to discuss our immigration system and how we can reform it to make it work for everyday Americans. Our current immigration system helps special interests but hurts American workers, taxpayers, and national security. For decades now, U.S. immigration rules have been based on an outdated system known as chain migration. Under chain migration, foreign nationals can come to the United States and bring in unlimited numbers of foreign relatives. A single immigrant can begin a chain that could ultimately bring in dozens of increasingly distant relations. Because these individuals are admitted solely on the basis of family ties, not skill or not merit, most of this immigration is lower skilled, putting great strain on federal welfare. And because there is no real selection criteria, the current system is totally incompatible with national security. This week, a terrorist exploded a pipe bomb on a busy subway passage during rush hour in New York City, injuring innocent Americans. Help me, Dad. Those were the last words spoken by Kate Steinle as she lay dying on a San Francisco pier, a precious young American woman killed in the prime of her life. Kate's death is a tragedy that was entirely preventable. She was shot by an illegal alien and a 7-time convicted felon who had been deported 5 times. But he was free to harm an innocent American because our leaders refused to protect our border and because San Francisco is a sanctuary city. In sanctuary states and cities, innocent Americans are at the mercy of criminal aliens because state and local officials defy federal authority and obstruct the enforcement of our immigration laws. Last week, in a final injustice, 62 years ago this week, a brave seamstress in Montgomery, Alabama, uttered one word that changed history. On the evening of December 1st, 1955, when a bus driver told Rosa Parks to hand over her seat, she looked him in the eye and she told him no. No, she was not going to give up her seat because of her color or the color of her skin. Rosa Parks remained strong and stayed in her seat to defend the truth etched into our Declaration of Independence that all of us, regardless of the color of our skin, are created equal by God. Her courageous act inspired a young Christian pastor, the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., along with thousands of others in Montgomery, to join the movement and boycott the city bus service. After 381 days, the city ordinance was finally overturned. Soon, millions of others across the country joined the civil rights movement and helped secure the freedom and the equality that is every American's birthright. Today, our nation is better, our country more just, and our people more united because of the bravery of Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks' legacy continues to inspire our citizens to pursue a better tomorrow and to build a country where every American child, no matter their skin color, can live without fear, dream without limits, and take their rightful place in the great story of our nation. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.